20 minutes now.
Going to call this meeting of the Oskaloosa City Council to order. Today is Monday, December 20th, 2021. We start with the invocation from Lifehouse Community Church.
Before I ask God's blessing on your evening, I just want to thank each of you for your faithful service to our community. And Merry Christmas. Father God, we stand in respect and awe of you. We are public servants, but only under your authority. And so I thank you for these men and women who faithfully serve in our community. We're so very thankful, Father, to be living in such a great country as America. We're honored and blessed to live in the state of Iowa. And above all, we are indeed grateful to live in Oskaloosa. And thank you for these public servants, those ahead of me and those behind me, those who at times put their life at risk to keep us safe, those who make important decisions that most of us know nothing about. And so tonight I pray, Father, that they would seek you for wisdom, that you would be their authority, and that you would give them unity and just guide their discussion tonight. We especially want to thank you, Father, for Tom Walling and his faithful service these past 12 years. And we just pray your blessing on him and his wife as they pursue retirement. Just encourage and bless them as they've been so faithful to this community. We love you and ask your blessing on this time. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Burnett.
Here.
Calgary.
Here.
Dross.
Here.
Moore.
Here.
Addison.
Here.
Walling.
Here.
Yates.
Here.
Okay. Next item on our agenda is the opportunity for community comments. This item is reserved to receive comments from the community for concerns whether or not they're included on the current agenda. The community is encouraged to speak before the mayor and city council, asked to keep statements brief, time limited to no more than 3 minutes. Any questions are to be asked of the city staff, the council members, or the mayor prior to speaking to the full council, so that way concerns can be properly researched and answered away from the meeting. Comments are to be directed to the mayor and city council only. So anyone who would like to speak tonight? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on. The next item is the swearing in of new police officer Andrew O'Day. Andrew was born and raised in Oskaloosa, Iowa. Graduated from Oskaloosa High School in 2019, and while a junior in high school, he enlisted into the Iowa Army National Guard as a motor vehicle operator and is currently still in the service. Andrew has also worked a year in the Mahaska County Jail prior to being hired by the Oskaloosa Police Department on August 29th of 2021. After being hired, Andrew went straight to the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy and graduated with the 300th class on December 17th, 2021. Officer O'Day enjoys hunting, fishing, camping, and pretty much any outdoor activity. Officer O'Day is eager to start field training so that he can further serve the community of Oskaloosa. Officer O'Day, will you please come forward? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Andrew O'Day, do solemnly swear
I, Andrew O'Day, do solemnly swear
that I will support and comply with
that I will support and comply with
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of
the
America,
Constitution and laws of the state of Iowa,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Iowa,
the charter, laws, and ordinances of the city of Oskaloosa,
charter, laws, and ordinances of Oskaloosa,
the rules and regulations of the Oskaloosa Police Department,
the rules and regulations of the Oskaloosa Police Department,
the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics,
the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics,
and I will faithfully and impartially
and I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of my position as police officer
discharge my duties as a police officer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Thank you, and congratulations.
very much.
Next on the agenda is the promotion of Police Sergeant Justin Decline. Officer Decline spent most of his childhood in Middleville, Michigan, before moving to Wacheer, Iowa, in this area in 2008. Justin graduated from the Tri-County School District and then graduated from Indian Hills Community College in 2015. Justin and his older brother Josh owned and operated a small contracting and remodeling business during and after college. On August 13th of 2018, Justin was hired by the Oskaloosa Police Department as an officer. Justin graduated from the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy with the 283rd Academy class in December of 2018. He has been serving Oskaloosa as an officer and has become a standardized field sobriety instructor and is the secretary-treasurer of our local police association. Justin met his wife Michaela while in high school. They've been married for 5 years and have 2 beautiful baby girls. Justin's free time is spent with his family, who mean the world to him. So, Officer Decline, would you please come forward? Squared away. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Justin Decline, do solemnly swear
I, Justin Decline, do solemnly swear
I will support and comply with
I will support and comply with
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Iowa,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Iowa,
the charter laws and ordinances of the city of Oskaloosa,
the charter laws and ordinances of the city of Oskaloosa,
the rules and regulations of the Oskaloosa Police Department,
the rules and regulations of the Oskaloosa Police Department,
the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics,
the law enforcement code of ethics,
and I will faithfully and impartially
and I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of my position as police sergeant
discharge the duties of my position as police sergeant
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Signature over here yet?
We tried to get out of that.
Thank you, young man.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
You guys thought they were here to say goodbye.
There was no attachment. There should have been a message. You need to watch the Board of Supervisors meeting today. 8 or 9. I got it back from you. It says no attachment.
Yeah.
Back at the party.
So you meant to watch the.
Yeah, you do it.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she was
That's what a
because his daughter was one of the younger members of the police. She works at the hospital. Yeah, and I saw her later to Canaan.
Okay. So getting back to the agenda, next item up is to consider the adoption of the consent agenda. These items are all generally handled in one motion. They are routine in nature. I did want to point out a few things on them. Item E, which is the motion reappointing representatives to the Historic Preservation Commission. That would be Eric Stout and Cheryl Lockwood. Item F is actually the reappointment of a representative to the Mahaska County Solid Waste Management Commission, Alvin Meppelink. Item H is to consider a motion approving a repair to the Public Works chip spreader equipment. I have asked Amy to explain that one a little bit. It's a disbursement of $47,000. And then item L is a resolution scheduling a public hearing for January 18th for levying special assessment against private property for weed cutting. There are 7 properties there. Item M is a resolution setting a public hearing for levying a special assessment for a nuisance abatement at 816 D Avenue West. That's on January 18th. There's also on item N a resolution setting a public hearing for levying a special assessment for a nuisance abatement of 502 North Market Street. That's on January 18th. And item O is to consider a resolution setting a public hearing for levying a special assessment for nuisance abatement at 402 4th Avenue West, and that's also on January 18th. And then finally, item P, which is the third reading of the ordinance having to do with the wards and precincts, redrafting that. We've talked about that at some length. So would you talk to us a little bit about the chip sealer?
Yeah, we talked about this item when we reviewed the CIP in September, and it needs some emergency repairs. Of course, they're not using it right now, but they cannot use it when construction season comes around. So our plan was move it up on the CIP for FY22, talk about it in January when we meet for budget. The company that can do those repairs wants it immediately, or they're not guaranteeing that we'll have it for the construction season. So we thought, well, since we didn't have a chance to talk about it, we would just bring it to council now. And we're making some adjustments in their budget to help out with this item as well. It was a plan, but plan was talked about it in January, but they're saying if we don't get it to them soon, they can work on it in January. They won't guarantee that we'll have it back.
Won't have it back by construction
For
time.
construction season, because they say when March comes, which was our plan was, and then the budget take it in March, April, May, they say that they're gonna be too busy to work on it then, so.
It's just a computer replacement, as I read, is that right, for $47,000?
Yeah.
Must be a heck of a
And
computer.
If we have to take it out there, that's part of the expense, but if they come here and fix it, if we have to find somebody to come here and fix it, it's gonna cost more, so this is the deal.
That's the deal, all right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Amy.
Amy.
Thank
Yep.
you.
So those are the items that are on the consent agenda. Do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Caligari.
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Moving on to the regular agenda. Item A is to consider a resolution levying a special assessment against private property for weed cutting. This is, the certified notices were sent to each property owner. Notice was published in the Oskaloosa Herald, and if approved, the property owner has 30 days from time of filing with the Mahaska County Treasurer to pay for the weed cutting in the city clerk's office. After 30 days, it will be assessed to the property taxes with a payment schedule, 9% interest. So I'm going to open the public hearing at this time. Is there anyone who would like to speak to this? Okay, seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Do we have a motion of support for levying the special assessments?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Caligari.
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison.
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item B is to consider a resolution approving a memorandum of agreement between the City of Oskaloosa and Mahaska County. This is to terminate a combined election precinct. In 2011, the City of Oskaloosa completed its redistricting process and adopted 2 city-county agreements to combine election precincts for voting purposes. As the city and county work again to complete redistricting in 2021, County Attorney Andrew Redland and County Auditor Sue Brown have advised the 2011 agreements are no longer needed and should be terminated. They have proposed a termination agreement to complete this effort. The proposed resolution and memorandum of agreement will terminate the August 25th of 2011 agreement between the City of Oskaloosa and Mahaska County, which combined Oskaloosa's 4th Ward and a portion of the Lincoln Township into the same election precinct. Termination effective January 15 of 2022. They have been reviewed and approved by City Attorney Dave Dixon. So do we have a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on this?
So it's just cleaning it up. It's not changing those precincts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Burnett,
Yes.
Caligari.
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison.
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Okay. And then the next item is item C, which has to do with a similar memorandum of agreement between the Oskaloosa and the City of University Park in Mahaska County to terminate an election precinct. And so, let's see, get this squared away. Let's see. And so as described before, there's an agreement that had to do with the redistricting. In this case, it's a combination that's between the City of Oskaloosa, City of University Park, and Mahaska County, which is Oskaloosa's 3rd ward, and the University Park residents that had the same precinct. Same deal. Do we have a motion to cancel that out?
Move.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Calgery,
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison.
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item D, this is to consider an ordinance amending Oskaloosa Municipal Code, Chapter 13.08 and Section 13.08.570A. It is the first reading. And so we've been through this before. The Sanitary Sewer Fund, or Wastewater Department, is an essential service provided by the city. This service is an enterprise utility fund. As such, the revenues generated through rates have to be spent on operation of the utility. During the City Council study session that was held on December 6th of 2021, consensus from Council was to proceed with a funding scenario that increases utility system revenue by 8%. As noted in previous public meetings, the city's infrastructure, specifically the sanitary sewer system, is facing critical failures, and the need for expensive improvements due to age, deferred, or minimal amounts of maintenance and treatment mandates that were received from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources and the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. As a result, over the past 6 fiscal years, or 7 calendar years, the sewer system, at the direction of City Council, has embarked upon multiple system designs, studies, improvement projects, and operational changes. All the required system work and some of the operational changes have come at a very sharp cost to the ratepayers in the form of significant rate increases year over year, which is due to the compressed schedule to complete the work. Impact with the 8% increase is going to be an increase of about $4.67 per month per user for a total average monthly sewer bill of $62.92 per residential customer. Staff is recommending approval of the item as presented. Do we have a motion of support?
Second.
Okay, any discussion on this? Nobody's smiling. Roll call, please.
Nope.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Calgery,
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Item E is to consider an ordinance amending Oskaloosa Municipal Code, Chapter 10.76.030, having to do with parking violations. The fees associated with parking tickets are currently outlined in City Ordinance 10.76.030. To facilitate updates to these fees, staff is recommending removing the fee amounts from the ordinance and instead manage those fees through the city's fee schedule. Fee schedule is revised and adopted by council annually, and it includes the parking fines, among other fees assessed by the police department. This ordinance change eliminates the specified fees and allows for parking fees to be revised as needed through the annual fee schedule approval process. This is the second reading. Do we have a motion of support?
Move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Calgery,
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item F. This is to consider approval of pay application number 19 in the amount of $800,392.47 to Graphite Construction Group. This is for work done on the Early Childhood Education and Recreation Center. The pay request is primarily associated with concrete, thermal and moisture, finishes, specialties, mechanical and electrical. There's an extensive breakdown that we have in the packet and on screen. Do you have a motion of support for this payment?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Same old question, but Vitus is taking care of anything, nothing about the pool in this.
correct.
Like,
So all the concrete must have been for flat work and parking lots and all that sort of stuff.
Nothing's going on with the pool right now.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Addison,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Calgery,
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Item G. This is to consider approval of a payment of $9,836.83 to SVPA for additional services completed on the Early Childhood Recreation and Education Center. And as presented to Council on December 6th of 2021, the Childhood Education and Rec Center project requires additional services related to the quality of construction issues that we're having with the swimming pool, and also delays related to the early childhood wing's substantial completion. SVPA Architects and Water's Edge Aquatic Design are providing these services on an as-needed hourly rate basis in accordance with AIAB 101 standard form of agreement between owner and architect. Invoices and supporting documents are being presented to Council for review and approval. Cost for some of these services may be charged back to the contractor per the owner-contractor agreement in the AIA 201 general conditions of the contract for construction. So staff is recommending City Council approve the invoices for payment to SVPA. Do we have a motion of support?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Are we anticipating with what's going on that we'll be getting some type of bill almost every month for payout for the work they're doing? Would that be the view?
I'm hoping once they make the decision and we can start moving forward, that one will slow down.
Roll call, please.
Walling,
Yes.
Yates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Calgery,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison.
Yes.
Okay, that passes. This is kind of bittersweet. It's just hard to think, yeah, we're going to plow right into this, but we're going to. Okay. Item H is to consider a resolution of appreciation for First Ward City Council member Diane Addison. Diane served on the City Council for 4 years, beginning January of 2018 until December of 2021. The enclosed resolution is to recognize Diane Addison for her service to the City of Oskaloosa as a City Council member. And so the resolution, written so that it's suitable for framing, by the way, says, whereas, as a member of the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, beginning January 1st of 2018, Diane Addison has served the City of Oskaloosa with honor and distinction. By her conduct and high sense of public trust has earned the respect and appreciation of the citizens of the City of Oskaloosa. And whereas Diane Addison provided leadership to guide the city by her input on many city policies and projects, including the Early Childhood Education and Recreation Center, South D Street Reconstruction Project, Lacey Complex improvements, and development agreements for city improvements, and business development. And whereas Diane Addison represented the city on many boards, committees, and commissions without hesitation, including the Public Safety Committee and Law Enforcement Center Board. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, in a meeting assembled the 20th day of December 2021, and by the adoption of the resolution permanently records sincere appreciation for the service rendered by Diane Addison as a member of the Oskaloosa City Council, and for the privilege that has been ours to have served with her. Do we have a motion of support?
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It passes.
Nice rain, huh?
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
I got it from the attic. From the
Yeah.
asphalt,
Next is item I. This is to consider a resolution of appreciation at large City Council member Scotty Moore. Scotty served on the City Council for 12 years, beginning January of 2010 until December of 2021. The enclosed resolution recognizes Scotty for her service to the City of Oskaloosa as a City Council member, and the resolution reads as follows. Whereas, as a member of the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, beginning January 1st of 2010, Scotty Moore has served the City of Oskaloosa with honor and distinction, and by her conduct and high sense of public trust, has earned the respect and appreciation of the citizens of the City of Oskaloosa. And whereas Scotty Moore provided leadership to guide the city by her input on many city policies and projects, including the Early Childhood Education and Recreation Center, Lacey Complex improvements, the Fire Station expansion project, and the development agreements for city improvements and business development. And whereas Scotty Moore represented the city on many boards, committees, or commissions without hesitation, including the Planning Committee, Mahaska Community Recreation Foundation Board, Public Safety Committee, and the Forest Cemetery Board. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, in a meeting assembled the 20th day of December 2021, and by the adoption of the resolution, permanently records sincere appreciation for the service rendered by Scotty Moore as a member of the Oskaloosa City Council, and for the privilege that has been ours to have served with her. Do we have a motion of support?
So moved.
Second. I was worried.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It passes. Got
Scotty, look up.
Can I get a picture with the,
Hold up your.
Maybe they could all stand up at once when they're done.
It's upside down.
That's typical of me.
No, it's
No.
Scotty, you know you can't believe anybody over there.
Joe,
He told me to say that.
you misled me again.
She knows better. Gets us to item J. This is to consider a resolution of appreciation for at-large City Council member Tom Walling. Tom has served the City Council for 12 years, beginning on January of 2010 until December of 2021. The enclosed resolution is to recognize Tom Walling for his service to the City of Oskaloosa as a City Council member. And the resolution reads as follows. Whereas, as a member of the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, beginning January 1 of 2010, Tom Walling has served the City of Oskaloosa with honor and distinction, and by his conduct and high sense of public trust, earned the respect and appreciation of the citizens of the City of Oskaloosa. And whereas Tom Walling provided leadership to guide the city by his input on many city policies and projects, including the Early Childhood Education and Recreation Center, Lacey Complex improvements, the fire station expansion project, and development agreements for city improvements and business development. And whereas Tom Walling represented the city on many boards, committees, and commissions without hesitation, including the Public Projects Committee, Public Safety Committee, Emergency 911 Board, Joint County Mahaska Disaster Services Board, and Mahaska County Emergency Management Commission. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, in a meeting assembled the 20th day of December 2021, and by the adoption of the resolution, permanently records sincere appreciation for the service rendered by Tom Walling as a member of the Oskaloosa City Council, and for the privilege that has been ours to have served with him. Do you have a motion of support?
So moved. Second.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It passes.
If it's upside down, you'll never be able to tell.
You were ahead of me. You had it right way up.
Next up is to consider a resolution of appreciation for Third Ward City Council member Doug Gates. Doug has served on the City Council for 12 years, beginning January of 2010 until December of 2021. And this resolution is to recognize him for his service to the City of Oskaloosa as a City Council member. Whereas, as a member of the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, beginning January 1st of 2010, Doug Gates served the City of Oskaloosa with honor and distinction, and by his conduct and high sense of public trust has earned the respect and appreciation of the citizens of the City of Oskaloosa. And whereas Doug Gates provided leadership to guide the city by his input on many city policies and projects, including the Early Childhood Education and Recreation Center, Lacey Complex improvements, the fire station expansion project, and development agreements for city improvements and business development. And whereas Doug Gates represented the city on many boards, committees, or commissions without hesitation, including the Finance Committee, Planning Committee, and Enterprise Zone Commission, and his service as Mayor Pro Tem. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Oskaloosa, Iowa, in a meeting assembled the 20th day of December 2021, and by the adoption of the resolution, permanently records sincere appreciation for the service rendered by Doug Gates as a member of the Oskaloosa City Council, and for the privilege that has been ours to have served with him. Do you have a motion of support?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Doug, do you ever had a meeting with the enterprise zone?
That's been a very effective, efficient committee.
Very efficient.
When you have good people on it, you don't have to meet that often.
Stick that in there. You just gotta stick. Okay, moving on. Finally, we're at the end of our agenda. Reports from city staff. City manager, update on the Oskaloosa Post development.
Yeah, just wanted to give a quick update on that. Plumbing is continuing in the basement, and the contractor has been communicating with the building official about the progress. Trenches have been cut out of the concrete floor and are being dug by hand for new drain and service lines. HVAC units are being set, framers have been on site, and one window's been set, but the others have been on delay, so. Anything else you have, Sean?
That's about it.
Okay.
Sean provided that.
So at one time, February-ish was kind of in our sights. Has there been any estimates as to what we think now?
I have not heard a new estimate from the developer. Our guess, at least from an inspection standpoint, is they're 1 to 2 months behind schedule.
Okay.
I think if I remember right, they were planning to be done by February with an opening target around April 1. They wanted that March time frame to kind of get up to speed, if I remember correctly.
That's what I remember too.
Yeah, so we're probably looking at May 1st to June 1st then.
So I was going to ask about the development agreement. Are we going to have to re-up it to some degree or revisit it because of the date changes?
I started reading that today.
Okay.
I think they would come to us at some time
All right.
for approval if they wanted to extend that.
Permanent
But
matter
right now, the
extension.
way it's written, it's the end of February for construction and like you say, April for maintenance.
But ours is last money in and it wasn't until it's completed, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And they have to have not the minimum assessed value and all that. Correct. Yeah.
And it's spread out over 7 years too,
Yeah.
so they've got to meet
Yeah.
that minimum requirement each of those 7 years.
That's a good point. Thanks, Bob.
Okay. Anything else, city manager? Anything, city clerk?
No, sir.
City attorney, anything?
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. City council members. Well, why don't we start with Steve? How about you?
No, sir, I'm fine, thank
Okay.
you.
Tom?
No, sir. Thank you.
Doug?
Just want to thank the citizens of Oskaloosa for allowing me the privilege to serve for the last 12 years. So, thanks, everyone.
Scotty?
I concur with what Doug said. It's been an honor and a privilege.
Okay. Diane?
I'm the short timer here. I'm just 4 years, so I'm kind of in awe of these three who have served for 12 years. I appreciate them and each one of you. It's truly been a pleasure to serve with you.
Joe?
You're welcome. We're done.
Bob?
No, I would just say thank you to those who are leaving us, and I've learned a lot. You've set a good example for us, and appreciate all the legwork that you guys laid for the future success of the city. Thank you.
Carry on.
And I would ditto that as well. That
Yeah.
we've been through a lot of memories. And, you look back, you walk around, and you realize that you four have been a very important part of the culture of Oskaloosa. We think about when you came on board, was anybody lighting the downtown? What did the buildings look like? What are the challenges we did when it comes to housing, to streets, business development? Instilling a sense of culture and pride in Oskaloosa. It's a hard lift. And yet you were a tremendous part of that. So thank you very much for those, the memories, and remembering, riding up in Doug Yates's car to a radio station, going up to WHO thinking, I don't think I'd mind a bit if we got hit on the way up there and didn't have, we'd have an excuse for not going into that radio station, but we did. And we look back on that and think those were some of the character building times when you really had to be able to, let your character come out and show your determination and persistence. And those are the kinds of things that over time, we've all had those meetings that ran late when it's 10 degrees below zero when you go outside, or it's raining, or it's snowing, or it's blistering hot. and you've been there doing the work. And so, resolutions of appreciation are a good thing, but the memories are worth a lot too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
And it's only fitting that we should go into a closed session. So, let's see here, let's see if I can find that quick. So, do we have a motion to consider holding a closed session under Iowa Code Section 21.5.1.c to discuss strategy with the legal counsel on matter presently in litigation or which litigation is imminent. Disclosure would likely prejudice or disadvantage the city's position in the explanation, acting pursuant to the requirements of the Iowa Public Information Board. I, Mayor Dave Crutzfeld, would state and indicate that the closed session to follow is just exactly that, to discuss strategy in a pending matter with David Dixon, the city attorney and legal counsel of the city of Oskaloosa, Iowa, acting pursuant to the contract existing between the parties. Do we have a motion of support?
Second.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Gates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Calgery,
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. So we're going to go into closed session now. We would dismiss the audience until we go back into open session. Okay, we're back in open session. At the November 15 of 2021 council meeting, council approved the contract for Veenstra and Kim Incorporated to provide an on-site review of the recreation pool and lap pool at the Early Childhood Education and Recreation Center. Veenstra and Kim has completed a preliminary assessment report. Staff is recommending the council receive and file the report. Do we have a motion to receive and file it?
Move.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Calgery,
Yes.
Dross,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Addison,
Yes.
Walling,
Yes.
Gates,
Yes.
Burnett,
Yes.
Okay, that passes. With no other business tonight, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Sorry about that.